Hello friends. So today we would be discussing about another important aspect of R, which is very crucial for performing any other tasks in R. That is about the basic data types in R. What are the types of data in R and how we can work on them? R works with numerous data types, and some of the basic types to get started are decimal values like 4.5, 5, 4.6 are called numerics. Whole numbers like 4 are called integers. Integers can also be Integers are also numerics. But still, we have to, many a time it is required that we need to know that the variables we are proceeding with, they belong to which data type. Are they numeric or they are integers? This would affect the further processes, the calculations and all those stuff. Boolean values, true or false, are called logical, which are also required most of the time to perform any command or to execute any program in R. The Boolean values have their own importance. Now, text or string values are called characters. When there is any text written in this sort of inverted commas, then we would say that they are characters. So, a text or string values are characters. So, based on these data types, the further programs in R goes, and the commands also which we would be executing in R, they depend very much on the types of data, the variable type. So based on that only we can proceed ahead. Now we would be going to see that in practical, like how we can generate these sort of data types and how we can know that which variable belongs to which data type. So let's see how we can do that. So how we can do it in R? We have to assign values to various variables, but the variables could be of various types. It could be numeric, it could be character, it could be boolean. So how we can do that and how we can identify that which variable is what. So here to start with, like suppose we are writing a comment. We learned about comment in the last video. Suppose we are putting a comment like we are putting we are creating a variable my character, my numeric, sorry, my numeric as variable my numeric as suppose whatever value you want, 45. Okay. So when you assign my numeric, so you need to take care my numeric, again this sign and then 45, and you can run the command. So my numeric variable is created as 45. Now again we need to create a variable in the form of a character. So suppose variable my character. The value of a variable my character could be anything. Suppose we are writing universe. So now what you know how we can create a variable my character as my character. We need to assign like this universe. When we run this command, is there any spelling mistake? My, so the issue was because we didn't put the variable in quotes. So now when we create, sorry, the universe in inverted commas, we need to put. So now what we were doing is is variable my character as universe. So for this we need to do my character as universe. When we execute this, then it is created. Now we need to work about logical. So we need my logical, the logical function, my logical, suppose we are doing as false. For this thing you always have to write true or false in capital letters. So when we create my logical, should always be in capital. Now we have created my logical as false. So now there is another important thing which we should know, that is about the class function. Class function is highly useful because suppose when you try to add this 5 plus 6 in written in the form of characters, so you will definitely get an error message due to the mismatch in data types. So now you can avoid such embarrassing situations by checking the data type of a variable beforehand. You can do this with class function. When you select this and when you keep this class function, it would be helpful in letting you know that what is the data type of that particular variable. So that becomes very easy to identify what the data type of a given variable. Now we need to check the class of any variable, like I mean the data type of any variable, that we can do with the help of class function. So if you want to check the class of uh, my character, suppose. So we have already created a variable named as my character, but we are not sure that what is the class or what is the data type of this. So how we can do it? We can introduce this class function and we can put my character and we can run this command, so we will get this. So see here, we kept the name as my character. Suppose if we keep the name of variable as xyz, then it would let us know that the class of this is character. Now we can test with the numeric also. Suppose we need to check in the like we have created like my numeric as 45. So in that variable again, if we put this class my character or my numeric, it will let you know the class of that particular or the data type of that particular variable. Let us do it with some other examples. Suppose we are creating a variable, create variable as a variable ABC as 45. Okay, so we are creating ABC as 45. So that means ABC is 45. Now, if we want to check the class of this, then we can again put a command, check check class of, we want to check class of this ABC. So how we can do it? Uh, Check class of ABC. Okay. Now how we can do it? We just need to put this class function and we need to put ABC. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so because 45 was a numeric, so it will let you know that the class or the data type of this variable ABC is numeric. So by identifying, by checking the class or data type of any variable, it becomes easy to do the further calculations.